Hello, this is Ken. Welcome to Inside My Shop. Today I'm going to show you a little bit on glass polishing. And as you can tell by this piece of glass, it's quite jagged down through there. And what we're going to do is we're going to use a 1 1/8 by 21 inch belt sander and use varying degrees of grit and cork belt. And we're going to polish that up. And then we're going to take it on over to the big boy, which will give it its fine polish with the cerium oxide. So stand by here and we'll go on to the next step. I'm going to show you some of the tools that we're going to be using. Okay, there's the Makita sander there that I use, and I'm going to use 3 different types of belts today on this. And one of them is a 120, the other is a 400, and then I have my cork belt. I have some used 400 which will make it a little bit finer as far as the polishing is concerned. We'll give that a shot and see if that's going to work up for us today. Okay, now over here we have some cerium oxide. Okay, comes in a powder form there. You get it from C.R. Lawrence. What I do is I've got it mixed up in my bucket here, and just a little bit of water and cerium oxide. Okay, and then once we get that cork polishing done, we're going to bring it over here to the bad boy here, and we'll do the fine polishing on that, and that will give it a nice clean polished edge, which takes a little bit of work and a lot of practice. So let's get started here. Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and get started. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little polishing oil on the belt sander here. And then we'll get to rocking and rolling. Okay, I'm going to start off because these edges right here are extremely sharp and everything. I'm going to go ahead and just break the edges off there just so I don't cut myself while I'm farting around here. Take a little off the edges down here. Now this is 120 grit that I'm using, and it'll do some serious grinding, as you'll see here in just a second. But I think if I can try and get a little bit of a close-up here, and it's a little blurry, but you can see that it's pretty jagged. So we'll see if we can clean that up a little bit here. Okay. So I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see this a little bit. As you can see the edges, I got along the edges and through here. See all the flat spots. There's a flat spot there, a flat spot there. Spin it around here, see if we can get you in there a little bit. We got some flat spots down and through there. So I'm going to have to grind on this for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and take the camera off and finish polishing this up and get it rounded off a little bit before we go to the next stage. Okay, now as you can see, I got most of this all polished up down to a rough surface at this point. The rest of the edges here, I'm just going to go ahead and just cut those down a little bit, just for the safety purpose of working on it, and then move on to the next grid here. Alrighty, let's go into part 2 of the abrasive belts here. Okay, so I'm going to a higher grit, which is not as abrasive, and it's going to polish this up a little bit, and you'll be able to see that, I believe. Okay, before I go into the cork belt, I'm going to go ahead and change this out and use one of my other belts that I've got worn down quite a bit, and we'll see if we can polish out some of these scratches a little bit better. Okay, this one's worn down quite a bit, and you probably can't see it too well, but nonetheless, I'm going to run it across here a couple times. Alrighty then. Squirt a little bit of splash cleaner on there. You can tell it's polished up quite a bit, but we got a ways to go here.